Ladies, gentlemen, one and all, welcome to Dawn of War Soulstorm Unification once again. Today I am bringing you a replay commentary. Yes, this is a game that I have already played, a game of survival specifically. A game with Chaos Demons. Specifically, as you can probably tell by the colour scheme, Chaos Demons of Tzeentch versus the Tyranids on hard mode. Like, hard difficulty, not like, whatever. Just a bit of a warning before I start. I've been feeling really rough today, so there may be the odd pause here or there. Hopefully I can get through all this in one sitting without having some sort of massive... what's the best way of putting it? Well, without needing to pause, but yes. So. Oh, it's loaded. Oh, okay. How long has it been like that? I don't know. Yeah, I had a very rough night sleep, and I've not been able to go into work today, and all sorts of... No, it's not COVID. Don't worry about that. It's probably just a standard sort of illness. But hey ho. But yes, like I said, Demons of Tzeentch versus Tyranids. Enough moaning about my health. Let's move on. So we have the Tyranid base over here. They don't do much throughout this entire game. I get the feeling they should do. And yes, they are sending Ripper swarms already. It's this map's actually... I quite enjoyed this map. Although, I noticed it didn't really work quite as intended, because the... Well, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. And yes, Ripper swarms do just randomly spawn occasionally in your base, which is really awkward. Slow it down a bit. In come the Gene Stealers. We are only on level 1, so yeah, there's not really anything major coming in at this point. I'm not sure if I... God damn, they broke my turret. Yes, I'm not sure if I pointed out. I went from minions over... there we go. Level 2. And yes, I went for minions. I thought it would be kind of appropriate going against the Tyranids and all that. And yes, they did send some units from this direction. Although, strangely, yeah, they've captured all this, and then they just don't seem to be building anything else for some reason or another. Hey-ho. What can you do? Another Ripper swarm coming in. They have trained more Gene Stealers to come from this direction. Luckily, I have a boatload of Furies over here, some Pink Horrors, and 2 Demon Claw Obelisks. 2? That's not 2, that's 5. Time died. And yes, over here we just got a bunch of Screamers, and we're upgrading all of our demonic shrines. We'll eventually get marks of Tzeentch on all of them, and then our forces will be unstoppable. At least that's the plan. Because, you know, we're demons. That's kind of what we do. Oh, that's zooming in too far. I do like the no fog thing now. That's very, very helpful for doing videos like this. So we've got some Screamers fighting a Lictor. And the Lictor is not very happy with us. Nevertheless, it dies anyway because it is incredibly squishy because it's a Lictor. Tab, there we go. I do so enjoy playing demons. Occasionally. I like demons in the sense that they are... like, they're incredibly fun to play when you're not having to worry about their morale. Which, on survival mode, obviously, because you're right next to your base structures constantly, yeah, you don't really have to worry about it. A couple of infernal labs up, because why not? Because this map gives you two slag deposits, which is a little strange, but then you do have 3 entrances to your base, so I suppose you would need the forces, or the extra resources. Not that... I mean, demons do kind of need extra resources as well, because their units are... without marks... not marks, what are they called? The things you research from the shrines. I can't remember. Yeah. Without those, yeah, it's really not... their units just die so easily. I mean, look at... there's some unupgraded gene stealers there, but it's... well, they were doing a decent amount of damage. I don't think we actually got to see that. Well, to be fair, 4,524 health now, so that's... what? I'm not good at maths. That's that number divided by 6 numbers of hit points. I don't know. Also, Flamers of Tzeentch. Yay. I felt it was only appropriate because the Demon Lord, when I first discovered the Tyranids in that, like, in the recorded match, like, I don't know if it actually did it this time, but yes, the Demon Lord suggested bringing Flamers out to combat the infestation, and that's exactly what I did. Turns out it was actually the right move. Flamers of Tzeentch, pretty good versus Tyranids. Their AoE is, well, it's certainly recommended for dealing with them. I mean, okay, so we got some gene stealers here. They're 1,440 health. Although I don't think the Flames of Tzeentch are going to get involved, are they? No, not really. There's a Ripper Swarm. It's now lost its morale. It's now going to be dead. It's now very, very deaded. God, my poor night's sleep is starting to catch up with me. Well. I shall endure. I shall endure. I can see some lectors in there. I'm not sure how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. And yes, there's a ever-increasing amount of Tyranids coming in. Ah, yes, I have all my Flamers out now. They're pretty good. My Demon Lord doesn't really seem to want to get involved all that much. He seems quite content to just sit back there, to be honest. My concern with this is that if I move too far outside the base, I'm concerned about getting jumped. That Screamer, on the other hand, didn't seem to give a shit, to be honest. There, look at that damage that's being done to them. It's pretty good, I must say. I mean, it's only 56 to 68 damage, like, on the command card, but I feel like it's a little bit more than that. Generally. I obviously keep in mind it's an area. It's area of effect. Means I have unfortunately lost all my... I only just researched Worship of Tzeentch. So that upgrade I got earlier must have been the generic all demons have more health thing from the Dark Circle, and not the tower add-ons. Or shrine add-ons. Yes, we're getting some more... getting some more screamers, because they've all died, because of course they have. But now, because we're tier... whatever tier this is, we can get fireballs, which... yeah, they do damage against, like, a lot of Tyranids. Yeah, you can see they are sending things in here that every so often, but they're not sending in, like, large attack waves. I get the feeling that I would have been better sticking it on Insane. Speaking of a large attack wave, here comes a fair amount of units, including Biovores, which we really don't want. Artillery versus Demons is slightly annoying because of the whole, you know, AoE thing. Oh dear. In come the Screamers. And already one of my Screamers is down to no morale. Now the other one is. I unfortunately can't really see what's going on because of the amount of projectiles flying about, but yes, they did kill off all my Screamers, and sadly the Biovores, well, not exactly noticed, shall we say. You know, they're getting a Tyrannicus Broodspire. Probably not going to do much. The problem is as well, is that because they're spawning units over here, right, that's going to affect the squad cap, I'd imagine, of these people. So, because it's, because they have a load of units over here, they can't actually train any units here because their squad cap's full. Which is, or gold cap, I think it's called for Tyranids, I can't remember. Demon Lord was having no Biovores. Instead he's having them for supper. I mean, I don't know if you can actually eat a Tyranid. I imagine it would be a bit, sort of, chitinous, but it looks like there is some sort of... I don't think that's plating. Well, it'd be kind of like eating an insect. Not that I'd know. I don't think I've ever eaten insects. I mean, I barely eat foods that humans should eat, like, you know, salad, vegetables. I eat a lot of meat, but a lot of crisps and sweets and biscuits and other shit that I should not be putting in my mouth, but hey-ho. Why are the Screamers over there? I don't remember leaving them there. Oh well. Extra units for offending use. Oh dear. I think as soon as this is recorded, I'm going to bed. So, yes, I shall record this, put it onto my phone so I can upload it overnight, and then be done. Be done with it. Be done with the day. This day has not been the most pleasant of days, such as being ill. So, hey-ho. Oh, also, yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, there's some graffiti here. Orcs was here. It would make more sense to play this this map as the Orcs. Maybe when the new version of Unification is released, I'll play this as the Orcs in my own time. I mean, now that you've seen this map, I don't think there's a reason to really come back to it unless it is specifically requested. Speaking of specific requests, this was actually a request for Deamons vs Tyranid Survival. I think they wanted Survival, but... no, this is Survival. I think they probably wanted Insane, but I'm not comfortable playing on Insane. Although if there was any time to play on Insane, it would have been this one. The thing is, Deamons, you'd think they were like a 99% offensive race, and while they are incredibly offensive in their capabilities, they do have some pretty decent defenses in the form of these Demon Claw obelisks. Actually really good when you're up, I was about to say update them, but no, that's not how that works. When you upgrade them, that's what I wanted to say. Hold on, Gaunt's without number and there's only 8 of them. Calling shenanigans. I'm guessing those spawn Gaunts? No, that's not how it works. Oh, that's not how that's pronounced either. Spine Gaunts. There we go. Some Gene Stealers coming around this as well. Yes, I did finally decide to build some defences here. There's not that many coming this way, this route, but also got the Shadow Fiends with the extra red horrors. At some point, I've not seen the pop up, but I've not been paying attention to that side of the screen. I've also got the Maledictum, but we're not going to be using that for quite some time yet because I want to upgrade Demon Prince first. I also do have some Deceivers of Tzeentch, but I don't seem to have actually sent them in. I'm guessing I'm concerned about losing them, but I can just rebuild them. I've got plenty of resources. Also, yes, when you go Tzeentch, you can actually get 2 pink horrors, as well as the Shadow Fiends. When you go normal, like Undivided or any other god, yeah, you can only get 1 pink horror, which is odd because they are they're the anti-vehicle unit. But I don't know. It makes sense for it does make sense for Nurgle to still have access to horrors because Tzeentch is just that sort of individual, isn't he? He doesn't really care as long as change is accepted. And I'm not talking about your 1 and 2Bs here. I guess also as Tzeentch you do actually get the bolts of Tzeentch, which are a hell of a lot more powerful than your standard demon fire spewing hand gestures. This map taught me to hate biovores. I utterly despise them after this. Although at least they're not upgraded with bioacid. Back in the Tyranid base, yeah, they're still not really doing much. They're upgrading things by the looks of it, but I'm now at tier 3 and they are still on what looks like tier 1 or tier 0 specifically. They are sending in a few units, but it's generally not that much to be considered a problem. It's not like while I fought against the Necrons with the overwhelming odds. Because yes, I did not actually enable overwhelming odds for this. I forgot. I really should have. Because I feel that would have made this a lot better. Maybe I'll replay it. Maybe I'll replay it one day with overwhelming odds on. And yes, there is just a random... I can't remember what they're called now. Ripper Swarm, that's the one. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Yeah. Right. Well, there was an attempt. But yeah, they're starting to bring Carnifexes now. And they have like 60,000 units. Start of wave 6 is when it starts to pick up slightly. As in the enemy attack waves, anyway. You've also got zoanthropes here, which are a bit problematic for my deceivers. I mean, what I could have done is just build like 6 Deceivers, because I got 6 cap, because I've got massive battles on. But sadly no, I just kept it at 2 because I wanted to make sure I had enough space for my Keeper of Secrets when when it was time to get him out. Yes, my units are pushing forward slightly, which is not the wisest decision, but it just sort of happens. We rush to meet the enemy on the field of battle. Luckily, all their card effects are dead. They have like a couple of warriors with death spitters and that warrior squad is incredibly indecisive. And that warrior just seems to be contemplating the meaning of life, or rather he was. He has now contemplated, said, fuck it, and walked into my base with all my towers and flamers, and he's gone. And yes, this little warrior squad here. Oh yeah, I lost my demon lord at some point, didn't I? And I'm getting the Lord of Change out. Good, good. But yes, these warriors are trying to attack that shrine, but they can't path to it, so they're just sort of walking in a triangle. At least they don't have venom cannons. That's something. Otherwise they do a lot more damage to that. There's a Lord of Change. And yes, I do have the Herald of Tzeentch as well. I believe I sort of... I didn't point it out as such, but I had him on screen earlier. Yeah, he's actually got some really good abilities. One of them which makes all your nearby units infiltrated, and one which makes all your nearby ranged units have additional armor piercing, which is particularly good against things like Carnifexes, and heck, even warriors to a degree. Yes, I am trying to sort of target them from here, but it's not really going to plan. Yes, he's got a ranged projectile as well, ability. I'm trying to remember now, actually. Oh, it's the Shadow Fiends that have the Darkness ability, isn't it? Boy. Say hello to the Lord of Change. He's here to change these Tyrannid scum into, well, into mush, really. On the plus side... Yes, on with the plan indeed.
Yes.
What's he got?
I am but dust, but my will is strong.
Huh.
His will incarnate.
He's got the same voice lines as the...
How may I help?
He's got the same voice lines as the Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch, of the Thousand Suns, except
What does your plan require?
without the voice modulation, because you know he's a Lord of Change and not a sort of essentially just some dust in a suit of armor. Assuming the Sorcerer Lord is actually dust as well. I'm guessing he is because he says he is, but he does. So I am pretty much full cap now. The only thing I've got left to do is research the 2 things from the Maledictum. That being the well, just research everything from the Maledictum actually. And yes, we're still firing away at him. We'll get there eventually. We'll kill it. Income another small Tyrannid attack. I'm noticing a theme with the attack waves for the Tyrannids. They only seem to send... Well, generally they send very few units, except for the start of wave spawns, which are a little bit bigger. But yeah, you can see here. Oh, there's level 7. So we might get a bigger wave in a minute. Yeah, so we got a couple of warrior squads there, some gene stealers. Oh, apparently I've got the hellspawn. Did I get the ascension for my demon lord? I'm not sure. I put it on fast speed now, so I'm entirely able to keep on. Especially with all the demon glorobolis building. So, oh, I just decided to spam demon glorobolis all of a sudden. That's nice of me. And I've still got some furies back here. I should probably move them over because we haven't had an attack from the other direction in ages, and obviously we've got like 90,000 demon glorobolisks now. So yeah. It's definitely, oh, here we go. Big wave. Zoanthropes, Carnifexes, Screamer Killer there as well. That'll be slightly more problematic. And they're starting to go with Venom Cannons, the old warriors. Luckily. Oh yeah, luckily these idiots seem to have mostly split up slightly. They're just basically coming in one big conga line. Yes, the Tyranids came in 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. Because that meant our AoE was able to take them out before they could actually clump up. Until now. Behold, the Lord of Change is back. And he's got some wind. Yes, oh, that's why I didn't do the Demon Prince, because I was going to do the Demon Lord sacrifice thingy. I wonder if that does seem to affect how fast that goes, unless it's just because I slowed the game down. Yeah, sadly, Lord of Change not really able to stand up to a Carnifex. He's not really meant to. He's more of a support individual. Although he can fight it. Like you can see here, he's only lost half his health, but yeah, it's generally it's just because I slowed the game speed down, and that's going as slow as it is. Or as slow to my brain, anyway. I mean, overall, this map took me about an hour, so we're getting that. But yes, we have more biovores over here, and the Lord of Change doesn't like biovores either, apparently. But yeah, again, we're reverting back to these slightly inconsequential waves. The Lord of Change can't deal with that on his own, though. That's a really silly decision. Getting more marks of Tzeentch. Oh, there's marks of Tzeentch, okay. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's intended this way. I can't remember how the other one worked. And when I say how the other one worked, I mean like were the attack waves incredibly sort of like generic, and then occasionally you get a big wave spawn. Like when I played the Renegade Guard, obviously I played with overwhelming odds, so that would well, let's just say it's a little bit different compared to this. And yes, we do have the Demon Prince of Tzeentch now. Say hello to the Demon Prince of Tzeentch. He's got a fancy stick. And a fancy hat. That kind of looks like it's growing out of his horns. Almost. I like it. Cool model. But, yes. Let the game play properly again. Play it on fast speed, because until the next big attack wave spawns, it's not really worth, not really much to talk about, is there? Boom! Yes, unfortunately the Demon Prince of Tzeentch is not quite as tanky as some of the other varieties, but hey, and suddenly, massive attack wave, including a Hive Tyrant. And Health X, 2 Health X's. Mild problem. Goals. That's a lot of units. Luckily, we have a lot of units ourselves. Unfortunately, some of them are currently sat over here doing precisely nothing. However, we do have enough turrets to defend from over here, that's fine. So that health X pretty much down. Be careful of Lictors. Obviously, these are demons, and Lictors are good versus demons. It says so on their command card. Although he does seem gay here. Oh dear. God, I really am tired. Jesus. It's like the 70th time I've yawned today. In terms of like the video. Oh, hold on a minute. They seem to have stopped. Oh no, they're fine. Yes, that wave is pretty much taken care of now. There's a fair few units still here. You can see they've got the extra armor piercing thing on there as well. The Hive Tyrant, not Hive Tyrant, card effects. I think the Hive Tyrant just died, just sort of up and fell over. So I seem to have withdrawn my troops. Oh, that's why. Not my troops, my leaders. Yeah, because the Demon Prince of Tzeentch is basically dead, and the Lord of Change is basically dead. Which is kind of unfortunate. Less powerful than great, undivided Greater Prince embodiment, but occupies smaller Greater Demon cap. Indeed. The undivided Prince is, I'd say, the best. Like, if we're going off just raw power, anyway. I can't remember what the Tzeentch Prince's abilities are. I think there's one that sort of acts like the Chaos Sorcerer's Corruption. And I think there's one that's... oh, what's the other? I think it's just another AoE spell. I could be wrong. It's we're on level 9 and they're still sending these sort of very small attack forces towards us. And it's like they tried building some Eye of Terrors just because, but sadly they just saw them and broke them all. And then infiltrated for reasons. Maybe they got hit briefly by the Eye of Terror. Come on, demons! It was at this point that I said to myself, there is no way that I can lose now, not in the slightest. And well, you know what they say about hubris, don't you? Say hello to Old One Eye. He's a very angry beast. Undying legendary creature of Kaith? I'm guessing that's Kaith. Though of course they have decided once again to come in like 2 by 2. This isn't Noah's Ark, this is a survival map. The idea is you come in together. But yeah, there's a lot of units here. I did try to get a good angle on that, but I still fluffed it. Demon Prince is basically dead. He's about as useful as a chocolate teapot right now. The old One Eye here, well, he's going to have no eyes very shortly because he decided to wander in basically on his own. Because my screamers over there have decided to distract the main bulk of the enemy forces, which allowed us to take the boss down, well, independently. Yes, I was intending to put these people in the regen aura. I kind of didn't put them in the fog, though, which was a little silly, because that provides even more regen from what I remember. I can't remember his morale or health regen, but judging by his health regen at the moment, I'd say it was health as well. We do have some deceivers, but they're not going to last long against the venom cannons and the biovores, which don't have any anti-vehicles, so that's fine. That's good. Screamers luckily were enough to clean up those biovores, and that wave is basically defeated. Now we're up to level 10.
Tell me what to do.
I'll tell you what to do. Regen your health and then you can rejoin the battle. Now shut up. So yes, I'd say that overall this has basically gone all according to plan. Tzeentch will be pleased. I know I've not won yet, but yeah. So if they're just going to keep sending in these little things at us, then yeah, there's no way we're going to lose. Not at this point. Demon Prince of Tzeentch is nearly back to full health again. The Lord of Change is regenerating as well, although not quite as quickly. Plus, the Lord of Change actually has double the hit points of the Demon Prince of Tzeentch. In fact, well, I'd say slightly more than double, but yes. Actually, 6654, so that's 12. Okay, slightly less than double. Ooh, another big wave. I don't remember getting another big wave, but screw it, we got another big wave. Oh, we got a Trigon. We have got a Trigon. He's a nasty bugger. I'm about to try and take a screenshot there, but then all these particle effects started. And the Tyranids won't be here by the time that the Trigon is dead, so yeah, it's a bit fruitless. I did unfortunately lose the Deceiver of Tzeentch, but yeah. We enjoy. It looks like a lot of the Tyranids are kind of getting path blocked by each other. These guys still not built anything beyond after that last Tyrannicus Broodspire. You'd think they'd have a lot of influence by this point because, you know, they've got spore chimneys up, but no, they're not interested. Yeah, the Lord of Change is pretty dead. Well, I say pretty dead. He's nearly dead. He's got 1,000 health left. They are, however, breaking through my turrets, which upsets me greatly. My defensive line was great, thank you. We did not need to smash it. And yes, we are actually... we're getting beaten back here. We are getting beaten back. This is a very nasty wave. Luckily, in one final sacrifice, the Lord of Change did slow down time. Which is helpful. A little bit. It probably could have been more helpful, but yes. Yeah, I don't know if I bugged out the game or something. I may very well have bugged out the game for the Tyranids. Could be maybe the survival profile is meant for an older version of Tyranids. I don't know. Because, yeah, I feel that they should have built up and then come in from this direction a bit more to give me like a two-pronged attack. Whereas every single attack has pretty much come from this direction on this map today. I imagine if overwhelming odds was actually... oh, I lost my Demon Prince. Well, that's just rude. I can't get that back now because, you know, I've not got the Maledictum anymore. But yes, so they're dead. Their assault has failed. And as you can tell by the fact that the video is nearly over, well... Oh yes, I decided rather than just walk all my troops over there, I'm just gonna, you know, go and smash them all. They do have, they are spawning some units now. About damn time, if you ask me. But yes, they are actually spawning units. There is just a random Ripper swarm there. They're very bouncy, aren't they? They're not very good versus Lost Souls, funnily enough. But yes, we to be honest, if I tried to walk all my units through that, it would take me forever. So teleporting them in was probably, or summoning them in was probably the best thing to do. They are starting to build a Carnifex chamber now. Their base has properly activated. They are tier 1. Warmagants, broken morale. Or they were anyway, not anymore. Damages enemies that engage in melee. Yes, indeedy. Because it's wreathed in fire, it seems. I'm not entirely sure what that screeching was, but it was very annoying. Maybe it was the screams, I don't know. Could have been them or the Tyranids. This Ripper Swarm is still attempting to kill the Lost Soul. And it's still failing horribly. But yeah, they didn't have enough units to fight us. Not at this point. We've got a massive tier 4 army. Or tier 5, I can't remember. And yeah. They had tier, like, 2 at best. Mostly tier 0 and tier 1 units. But I did breach the 2,000 kill mark, so that's something. I always like to try and reach a certain number of kills. I don't think I mentioned it on any of the last survivals that I've done, but yeah, I'd like to try and... I think it stems back from the days where I used to play Dynasty Warriors. Because I'd always like to try and get 1,000 kills on Dynasty Warriors. It wasn't that, it's not that difficult on like the newer ones, but on the older ones, yeah, it was actually pretty difficult because the engine just wasn't capable of, and the hardware just wasn't capable of handling so many units. So frequently I just have to sort of stand near one of the gates where troops spawned in and keep wrecking them without killing the gate guard. It looks like they're running on the spot, because obviously they're slowed by the slow time. And I don't know if I should have gargoyles. Yeah. They look very happy, don't they? They're not going to be very happy when their hive spire goes down and they lose their connection to the hive mind. I'm going to guess that they'll lose their connection to the hive mind when that goes down anyway. I don't know. And that is the end of that level. Okay. Yes, indeed. We were most certainly okay. And we got 2,130 kills. It was quite nice. So yes, that was a game of survival as Deamons versus the Tyranids. 2 horde races. Don't like each other very much. And, of course... The Tzeentch came out on top because, well, of course he did. It was all part of the plan. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to... wow, 2,230 army size. That's pretty... this is 100 units I didn't kill, pretty much. Yes, I'm going to go and rest. There may not be a stream this weekend. We'll see how I feel. It's... the problem with me is that I tend to have very short illnesses, but they are quite potent. So I might be fine, I might not. We'll see. But yes. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and all the other outro stuff. And until next time, I have been Caldaris. Goodbye.